Welcome back. Chapter 4 was pretty interesting. Pretty annoying trying to set up a server, but it's very easy to set up a server. Here at Chapter 5, we are going to dive right into Noggit and play with a test map that the ADTs and whatnot have already been created. So we need to get into Noggit. We're going to just jump right in. This is a very long step, and I'm probably going to cut it up into multiple chapters just to make it easier. But go to your drive letter while modding, tools, Noggit, and run Noggit. And once you get into Noggit, I'm not sure why it's in German here. Everything else is in English, but the continent names are in German, but that's okay. We are going to go with Test 01. When you pick a map, it's going to show you a 2D grid, no details or anything. When you see orange squares like this, that means they're not standard. They are ones that you have edited. But for this example and this tutorial, you're going to put your cursor right here in the middle and click. And eventually it will load up your generic map. Now to move around, you can move around holding your right mouse key down. Left mouse key doesn't do anything, at least not here. We'll give the basic layout. You have your basic tools over here on the left. This is your raise and lower. This is your flat and blur, your 3D paint. Holes, we'll get into that later. Area paint, you can paint the whole thing in one step. It's kind of like bucket fill, I guess. And impassable flag, that means you can make it where someone can't walk through there. Like in out in Greymane, the wall, there's the gate there, but you can't get through it. You can in my realm, I took that out. Anyways, we're going to start out today messing around with adding water to the texture, because when you want the land to go down, you want water. There needs to be water in there already. You can play around with things if you want here, but we're going to start out slow, give you time to learn all the key commands. Adding water requires a secondary program. It's just a little script, and we have a nice little add water batch file to make things easier for you. But rule number one, if you're going to use another program to modify an ADT or anything in Noggit, always close Noggit. It'll mess things up if you try and use two programs on the same ADT file. Mess it up really, really bad. Now, we're going to go back to WoW modding, and we have a projects folder. This is to help teach. Inside the project folder is a tutorial folder. Inside there is a script folder. Now, water test is, this is the script to run water. Got a little bit of allergies here, don't mind me. What it does is it runs all water Wrath of the Lich King.exe on each of the ADT files. This is for all of the tests. Now you remember there are 4 files, or there were 9 blocks, I believe, or 12. I'll have to check again, but this will run and put water on all of the land. So we're going to go ahead and run this, and it's done. And now we can go back into Tools and Noggit and bring Noggit up and open it up again. And it'll look a little different because water is set at level 0 and our land is set at level 0, so they kind of overlap. Yes, there were 9 squares. If you'll notice, it looks kind of weird. But like I said, that's because there's now water on the land. And I think for right now we're going to stop at that. I've got to organize some files here to make this a little bit easier, and I will be back shortly. Make sure you subscribe and like for Chapter 6, Modeling the Ground.